Hi, I'm Rob and this is my mini mega arcade. It's mini because I'm playing here in just a 10 foot by 8 foot space. That's all I've got to deal with. My girlfriend for some reason thought it wasn't a good idea to make the whole house into a walk-in arcade. No idea why. It's mega because altogether I can play over 65,000 different games in this room, and all with the correct control method as well. What I mean by that is the Star Wars games on my arcade 1-up cabinet here obviously use the yoke, which is the correct way to play it. I can play over 100 different race games here with force feedback, wheel and pedals, which is a nice way to play them on this machine that I made myself. I can play an absolute ton of different shooting games on MAME as well, because there's a light gun built into this at the back of the seat. And as well as that, in the marquee here, I have a PlayStation 4 Pro, so I can play all the PS4 racing games, all the PS3 ones as well, and the shooting games with the Move controllers. You just lock that into place, you push the seat forward, grab the Move controllers from there, and you can play all those cool shooting games like House of the Dead, Overkill, Time Crisis 4, Overstorm Pirates, and others. That Outrun 2 machine now I made myself as well. That's a really cool cabinet, I'm pretty happy with that. The good thing about this one is the seat pushes in when not in use, so that's out of the way, it makes it nice and compact. As well as that, I've designed it with two things in mind. I've got an Xbox 360 in there for standard use, and there's a PC down the side as well. And what you can do, you can take off that Xbox 360 wheel. It's just on industrial grade Velcro, it comes off easily, even though it's really solid when not in use, it doesn't go anywhere. And you can put a flight stick down there instead. So that means I can now play Space Harrier, Afterburner, G-Lock, all those games with a flight stick with the proper control method, which is a nice way to play them. Now I've got over 800 pinball tables here on this awesome virtual pinball table. I absolutely love this. This is really good. And I'll be doing a future video on this on its own as well. As well as pinball, you can play an absolute ton of different vertical shooters on this as well, which is a really cool way to play those vertical shooters. This machine has over 7,000 different games on it, all ranging from old consoles to some of the newer ones, and a load of those MAME type games as well. It has guns on it as well, and pinball buttons on the side, so there's a big variety of games you can play there. So I went over the Star Wars machine briefly earlier, but I did a little upgrade on this, like I think I called a tilt riser. I didn't like the way you sat at the machine normally, because I'm old enough to remember playing the sit inside cockpit original, where you looked straight at the screen. And the yoke was at just a slight angle, and it felt really weird hunching over that arcade 1-up cabinet the way it was originally. So I put the riser on it with it slightly tilted forward, and it makes a massive difference. Now when you play the game, you are looking pretty much straight at the screen as you did in the arcade original, with that yoke at the slight angle as it was in the arcade original, and your legs have got more space because of the natural gap the tilt creates. Nice little homage here to three of my favourite Sega games that I made. I'm just waiting for a Sega logo to go into the top there. A nice little plaque my girlfriend made for my arcade, Rob's Arcade. That was a nice touch. She's a diamond. Across the top here we have a bunch of different Spectrum boxed games, and then a bunch of consoles along the top shelf. A Wii, a GameCube, an N64, waiting for a SNES to fit into there, a Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, Mega Drive 1 and 2, and the original Atari 2600 Woody. Then we've got a Game Boy printer, Game Boy Advance Color, no, Game Boy Color, sorry, not Advance, there's a Game Boy Advance there, and just a few little gaming models. I'm waiting for some more to fill in the gaps. So they're pretty cool. And on this side, on this shelf, we have some other consoles I've owned in the past, going from the PS3, PS2 and the PS1. There's a mini sort of Easter egg moment here. If I can move the camera, around the back of each one there's the smaller, slim equivalent of each one, the PS1, and then I don't know if I can reach. PS2 Slim is around the back of there, and I'm not going to be able to get around the back of the PS3, but there is a PS3 Slim around the back of there. And there's my Darth Vader overseeing things, which I like. And then the original Xbox, and then the Xbox 360 that came after, and then the Elite or Slim, or whatever they called it, I cannot remember. And on the lower shelves we've just got a few more bits and bobs. A PS2 with a screen, which works perfectly. A Pac-Man, and just a bunch of different games, including all the games I can play on these driving machines that are in disc form. Boxed DualShock 3 there, unused. Nice Chun-Li model and a couple of hard to find rare games. So yeah, overall I'm really happy with this area. 65,000 games, over 100 games I can play driving or sitting down. These two driving cabs will be networked together in the end, so I can play Daytona, Daytona 2, Sega Rally, things like that. Network play with 2 players, so that'd be really cool. There's over 800 pinball tables, a ton of those vertical games, the Star Wars games with the correct control method, and more besides. So overall, for 10 foot by 8 foot, I think I've done pretty good. I know this doesn't compare to many people's arcades out there, but a lot of people are using a hell of a lot more space than what I've got to play with here. So but I'm pretty pleased with this. Here's my mini mega arcade. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like the video, because I've got many more videos coming from this area in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.